Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final video of this year, and also just the finale to this challenge that we've been doing, where we upload a video every single day of the year. And listen, technically, yesterday's video was the actual finale, but we're here talking about the YouTube challenge, talking about what it means for the channel going forward, and why we did this in the first place. We're basically talking about everything. We're going to be talking about the ARG today, we're going to be talking about like what's coming up next on the channel. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in this video, so stay tuned. But yeah, I'm not going into this with any sort of script or anything, so expect this to be pretty fucking messy when it comes to like, keeping everything cohesive. But we're gonna start out pretty simple. How do I feel about finishing this challenge? Real simple question, and I already know the answer. Oh man, I'm so tired. I'm incredibly excited for the future of the YouTube channel. I'm excited to be done with this YouTube challenge. I enjoyed myself all the way through, even to the very last second, and that's me talking about uploading this video. I enjoyed everything, but also I am the most tired I've ever been, and I think it's pretty obvious at this point towards the end of the year. Like, I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not obvious cuz like we still kind of keep the same cadence even when we are tired. But man, it gets pretty obvious at some points, at least to me. But yeah, besides being incredibly tired and definitely needing to take at least a week off, we're only gonna take a week. I don't think I'm gonna do any more than that because I not only have videos on the backlog that I want to upload that I just like kind of have to edit, but I also have a bunch of TikToks I want to upload. So the main thought of taking this break is catch up on everything, sleep for like 2 or 3 days, and then like start uploading again. But then like I don't know. It's a bit of a weird situation because I do definitely want to take a break. Like, I definitely want to take a break. But there's so much stuff I need to catch up on, people. There's so much. I need to make TikToks out of like 20 videos. And I also have another video to edit. And I've got a bunch of like group channel stuff to do, which we're not even going to mention yet. You guys, if you know about the group channel, bravo on you. Good on you for sticking around for long enough to know about that. But that group channel is not dead. I promise we're cooking. I promise we're cooking. But yeah, either way, I'm feeling pretty good. So good, in fact, that I got myself a celebration drink. And do not worry, listen, let me disclose this immediately. This is non-alcoholic. This is sparkling water, okay? Not water. This sparkling apple juice. Listen. I just wanted a big bottle for the video, okay? I gotta get something. Also, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be really good. So yeah, we are celebrating big tonight. We're celebrating so big, people. We got ourselves a little bit of a bottle, right? A little bit of a bottle opener. Listen, it's hard to open a bottle while not looking at the bottle, okay? That was a little worrying. Maybe I should actually look at the thing I'm doing. Well, this is a stubborn lid, but you know what? That's cool. All right, here we go. Yeah. We did it, people. So, for that, if you got something, drink it. Cheers. That's just apple juice. Literally just apple juice, but that's cool. I like apple juice, man. I like apple juice, so I am down with that. And did I buy this exclusively for this bit? Yes. Was this a major waste of time? Probably. Did this distract me entirely from the point that I was saying previously? 100%. But, like, apple juice, It's pretty good. It's not even bad, though. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna move on now. So at this point, we know how I feel after doing this challenge. But now let's figure out the why. Why did I do this YouTube challenge? Why did I upload a video every single day of this year? And listen, there's a lot of reasons, okay? There's a lot of reasons. The first one, the most obvious one, the one that's like probably the most shallow, it just spreads the channel around a lot more. If I upload a video every single day of the year, YouTube is more likely to actually suggest some of these videos, and that's exactly what happened. But that is the least important reason, absolutely least important, like bottom of the barrel when it comes to importance. The second reason for doing this challenge is to not only prove to you guys, but to also prove to myself that I am dedicated to doing YouTube, and I'm not gonna just like disappear randomly or like give up on YouTube and one day just be like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm moving on. I don't want to do this anymore. And I also wanted to prove to myself that I could do something like this. I wanted to prove that I could do like major work, because this was a lot to do, especially with the double upload some days and the ARG videos and everything. Like, it's been a lot of work, and I wouldn't have it any other way, because this is exactly what I wanted. This was a trial, damn it, and we got 3 stars. We got a full-on gold medal. Damn. But it's true though. It's true though. You know, the joke is there, but also that's like pretty accurate to what this was. We were just setting ourselves up for a little bit of a trial to make sure that we can do this, you know, to show you guys and myself that we're about this life. And listen, I know if this is the first video you're seeing of me, you're probably like, wow, you know, what is he talking about? But like, look at the difference, you know, look at the difference in the videos. Go to the beginning of the year, click on one of the videos, go to the previous video, like, look at the difference. It is insane, people. It's insane. The progress we've made in this year alone, not only in editing and in like video making and like equipment, but like the progress we've made in our personality. And I know that sounds weird to say, but like when I started this YouTube challenge, like at the beginning of this year, I was like pretty timid. I didn't really know how to express myself properly. I didn't know how to present to a camera, you know. I wasn't doing any of this shit that I'm doing right now. Like I was like, "Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be playing Friday Night Funkin', I guess. Oh, don't tease me." That's so stupid. But that's pretty accurate though. That's pretty accurate. That's how I was at the beginning of the year. And now look at me. I'm full on expressing. This is all basic shit, I know. Listen, all I'm saying is like the improvements that we made has been pretty nutty, and not only just when it comes to presenting stuff, but also our comedy. Our comedy is insane now, and you know I say that, but my comedy is like really, really, really dumb. But I love it though. I make myself laugh more than anyone else, and honestly, it's worth it just for that alone. This whole career choice of doing YouTube is worth it because I make myself laugh more because of it. I'm so funny to me. Like, I don't know if you guys are, are laughing along with me, but I'm hilarious when it comes to my taste. But at the start of this year, I don't know if I would say that I was hilarious. I don't know if like, at the beginning of the year, I don't know if I would say most of the stuff that I think about myself now. Like, right now, I'm incredibly confident in myself after this year. Like, I have basically a whole new outlook on life because of this YouTube challenge. And it's not because of the YouTube challenge, it's because of the circumstances of like doing this YouTube challenge, along with everything else that I have going on in my life. It all accumulated into a circumstance where I had to learn how to adapt to a weird. I don't know how to explain this. Listen, at the beginning of the year, I was like a very self-conscious person. You know, I was worried about my appearance most of the time. I was kind of breaking out of that because that was like at the beginning of 2023. Like I started breaking out of that around 2020. But yeah, I started being a lot less self-conscious around 2020. And that's when it like started. That's when the confidence started to grow. And as we've gone on through these years of like doing YouTube and stuff, I've learned that like the best way to do content or the best way to like create something that I'm proud of art wise, because maybe I shouldn't use the word content because that makes me feel like I'm talking about like views and likes and stuff, which is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the videos themselves. When it comes to making those videos, I found that the stuff that I was happy about, the stuff that I was like having the most fun with, just kind of being myself, shooting the shit with you guys, was the most entertaining stuff. The stuff that I found myself watching 3 times over before uploading it, you know? So, through that experience, it gave me like a new perspective of like, oh, so being yourself makes you funnier, happier, and enjoy yourself more? Damn, maybe I should just do that all the time. And that started to happen around 2021, 2022. And I was just getting used to it during that time. So I was a little timid, you know. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be myself, but only a little bit cuz I don't want to scare anybody off." But now look at me. Now look at me. I am 100% unapologetically me. And if you're not here for that, that's cool, man. Go ahead and leave. But listen, I'm just saying, at this point in time, doing this YouTube challenge of uploading a video every day has you know, it's not, like I said, it's not just this YouTube challenge. There's a lot of other circumstances that were going on in my life that made me need to like reevaluate stuff. But this YouTube challenge really did help. bring, like, I guess, a bit of structure into my day to day, which let me think about more important stuff in the back end. Like, while I'm doing this YouTube thing, my brain is going off basically in therapy mode. Yeah, I'll be like recording a video or editing a video, and my brain will just be thinking the entire time on its own track of talking while I'm recording and, like, doing all these things and making jokes and finding secrets and doing theory crafting and all that, depending on the game that we're playing. But yeah, it was like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it entirely, but doing these YouTube videos and like editing them and recording them and posting them and even making thumbnails for them gave me a lot of time to think and reflect on stuff from my past and like kind of grow as a person. Basically meditation. I was just kind of stuck with my brain and nothing else. Even though, I'm playing a game and I'm doing a YouTube video, so I don't really know how that was the case. But during most of these videos, like after the video or sometimes even during it, my brain is just going off about like, straight up therapy shit. Like like asking myself why I used to be so upset or like I guess embarrassed about saying certain things or acting a certain way. Like if I were to do this at the beginning of the year, I would be fucking shaking, dude. I would be shivering in me boots right now because this is like, it's straight up talking about my feelings and being vulnerable as a person and stuff, which at the beginning of the year I could not do. I could not do that. I could not do that at all. But that's what I mean. At like doing this YouTube challenge, uploading videos and all this, like keeping this structure going on day to day has left my brain more time to just kind of think about stuff because I don't have to think about what am I going to do today or what am I going to like end up making YouTube video wise. Like I already had that shit planned. I know all this is like kind of convoluted and I don't know if that made any sense, but at the end of the day, all that really boils down to is basically just saying this was like a weird form of therapy. It was a really cool way to like to give myself a moment to think about stuff while also creating content, having fun and enjoying myself. Kind of like zoning out for a little bit, forgetting about the world around me and just shooting the shit, having fun with you guys. And I think at the end of the day, that's kind of the point of this channel, at least right now. I definitely want to switch it up at some point, and I want to get to more, like, more impactful stuff. But as of right now, I like the idea of this being kind of like an escape from your day-to-day life, because especially right now, people need that. Listen, people need that, okay? The amount of stuff going on right now, I don't want to even talk about it, because, again, I want this to be, like, a channel you can go to and just like have a good time, like not even have to worry about anything fucked up, which is why sometimes we straight up avoid video games if they're like if they have a certain like theme to them, I guess you could say. No, there was a game a while ago, like this was a long while ago, this was like 2022 or something, but we still had the same mentality back then of like I want this to be just somewhere you can go and have fun. It was a horror game that was incredibly popular, but the subject matter had to do with like SA and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, we're not playing this one. We're gonna skip over that one because I don't want to have that on the channel. I don't want to like have to talk about that, because if we have that in the video, I can't just ignore it the whole time and be like, oh no, we're not gonna talk about this at all in this video, and I'm just gonna make jokes and look really insensitive. I'm not gonna do that, but I also don't want to be like I don't want to give a misinformed or like uninformed opinion because I know right now that I can't be talking about like philosophy and stuff. I don't know. I'm stupid. So I'm not going to go on here and start like talking to you guys like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. I don't know what I'm talking about. And when it comes to this stuff where I was saying like oh, doing this YouTube challenge is like a form of therapy and stuff. That's just personal experience. That's just like what I went through. I'm not saying that it's effective. I'm not saying that if you guys do this for a year straight, you will be a more confident person. That's not what I'm saying. That's just what happened with me. And yeah, I just don't want to I don't want to like I don't know. I don't like talking about that stuff on the channel yet because I feel like I don't have enough of a perspective to talk about it. And it's not just that subject matter, it's everything, politics, when COVID was happening, I didn't want to talk about anything pandemic wise because like it just feels weird. But yeah, I think this channel just kind of being a place to hang out and have a good time, at least for now, is definitely the way to go. Because that's what I have the most fun doing. You know, we tried to talk, we tried to talk, and it did not work. But yeah, we tried to cover a serious topic earlier this year, which was like the whole Super Mega Situation video, which that's literally what it's called, the Super Mega Situation. And that video, that was not a video that I should have made. Not only because the first part of it was incredibly misinformed, which I did correct myself. I corrected myself during the second part, but let's be real, most people didn't make it that far in the video. But also, I feel like it was a kind of a bad video to make because I don't think I don't know. Not only do I think that we shouldn't have even talked about anything when it comes to like drama or anything because it brings up like a bad situation where people are not just kind of having a good time. But also I feel like I was just incredibly misinformed. And I mean I definitely was, but like I didn't do nearly enough research at the time, and the only reason we did that video was like I was like looking into the Super Mega Situation, um, and during that point in time, I was like, I need to do a video like in the next 4 hours because if I don't do a video in the next 4 hours, I'm gonna fail the challenge. Like we're not gonna be able to upload in time. But I was like, I can't just do another like a normal video after that. I'm seething, you know. Like I was mad at the time, so we did that video instead. And you know, as sad as it is, YouTube decided to push that to everybody, and that's one of the most popular videos on the channel, which I hate. I hate that. But that's a whole argument for a different day. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole nother thing where YouTube just like refuses to push anything good. But you know, we'll talk about that at a later date. You know. And that's what I mean. Like, I want to talk about stuff like that eventually, where it's like the problems with YouTube and you know, favoritism and stuff like that. But I don't think I have a full enough perspective yet to give a proper opinion. And also, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I say in moments like this, usually when I'm editing them, it all comes together and it sounds perfectly fine. But when I'm saying it in the moment, it feels like it doesn't make sense, you know? It feels like I'm not making any sense. And like, even right now, I'm like, is this even getting across? And I'm sure it is, because in the editing, it's gonna make 100% sense. But like, it's one of those things where my brain is like constantly second guessing if like, is this coherent? Do you guys understand? Because that's what it's shifted to at this point. I used to be scared of like, or not scared, but like, kind of nervous to be myself. But at this point, I'm being myself 100%. But I'm like, I'm nervous that I'm gonna convey something incorrectly, or I'm gonna just like straight up say the wrong thing, because that happens a lot. But that's just like a Freudian slip up. I'm not too worried about that. That's not something where I'm like, oh, I need to fix that. I really don't care about that, but it is just something that goes through my mind while I'm recording stuff like this. Either way, we got off topic a lot. We got off topic a ton, so we're gonna go back on topic. But this is what I was saying. I was saying this video was gonna be like an hour long. You didn't believe me? You didn't believe me? I got a lot to say. So with that being said, let's just jump straight into the next topic, which is, let me think about this. So we have the why, right? We have the why. We have the how I feel. The why we have we have the why mostly. There was a lot of reasons though. There was a lot of reasons for doing this challenge. I also wanted to do this challenge to be like to show people that no matter what you have going on right now, like no matter what your situation is, you can do like any career you want to do, whether that be YouTube, whether that be like learning an instrument, any form of art, any form of like doing something you enjoy, you know, even culinary art. That was a voice crack. Even culinary arts, like making pancakes or something. I don't fucking know. Listen, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have a budget of zero, you can start somewhere and you can do it. Because at the beginning of this year, if you listen to the audio or anything, if you see the video, like it's so much worse. It's so much worse. And all that progress was because we stuck with it. All that progress was because we just kept doing this one thing. So we grew editing skills. We learned how to fix certain mistakes when it comes to recording. We learned how to set up mics properly, how to like actually record stuff in like the correct way. Like basically practice makes perfect, but you don't need anything to practice. And if you're like, oh well, I want to learn an instrument, but I don't got an instrument. Yeah, you may not have an instrument, but you got a brain, don't you? Absorb that knowledge. Go look up a book about music theory. Go start snapping your fingers in fours and like come up with a little beat on like a table or something. There's ways to basically what I'm saying is no matter what you have going on, there's ways to like achieve your dreams of becoming an artist of any form, whether that be a content creator, an actual painter, like a Gordon Ramsay type. It doesn't matter what it is. You got that, you got that. And this was proof of that because at the beginning of this year, we had nothing. We had nothing. We had like a camera that was real shitty and a mic. And when we first started YouTube, we barely even had that. Like our mic was so horrible, and I had to like save up money to get it. I was like barely scraping by to get that mic. You have no clue. Listen, it was a mess at the start, but look where we are now. Look where we are now, and that's the whole point of this YouTube challenge. Well, not the whole point. Listen, like I said, there's a lot of points, but that was one of the main reasons that we did this. Um, and another reason that I did this was just to like straight up improve my skills. Straight up practice mode. Like we are going through these videos and editing different edits to try to like experiment with stuff. We were doing more like funky stuff with our camera than we ever have before. We've messed with the settings so much that now it looks good, but the only way to get to this point was to fuck around with like 70 videos and they all looked horrible and like it was a whole mess. But at the end we got to here. We got to this part where like the camera looks great right now. The camera looks great. We got some really nice lighting with some really vibrant colors. It looks really cool. And like even just our normal editing style straight up has just improved. Like we got the whole coming up thing at the beginning of the video, like showing off that. Our ARG editing has gotten so much better. Just everything about what we have going on has become so much better because of this YouTube challenge. We've improved tenfold, and I'm really happy about where we're at right now. So with that being said, now we got that out of the way, let's talk about the ARG. Let's talk about the ARG. So the ARG was a little rushed this year. Let's be real. It was a little rushed, but that's because of a lot of factors. There was a lot of factors. First of all, we had to upload a video every single day. And a lot of the times these ARG videos were made like that day that we uploaded the video. So when it comes to these wacky edits where like the sky is moving around and it's all watery in the pumpkin carving video and stuff, when it comes to stuff like that, that took a lot of effort to do quickly because if we were to take our time to actually make that look proper, it would take a really long time, but it would be worth it. It would look really cool. But at the end of the day, we just didn't have the time to do that. So we had to kind of throw together a quick little edit or something, which still looked alright. It still looked pretty good, but it was kind of sloppy. And that's how the ARG's been this whole year. But next year, like when we actually come back from break, we are going to go crazy with the ARG. And I'm not talking about like, oh, the ARG is going to happen every video. I mean, when an ARG video happens, it is going to be Scorsese. It is going to be a Marvel Cinematic Universe masterpiece, okay? And by that, I basically just mean the edits are going to look a lot less sloppy. Everything's going to be a lot more refined. It's going to be a lot more cohesive. I didn't mean to bump my mic. There's going to be a lot more, like, actually happening story-wise. And we were going to do... I want to be completely transparent here. We were going to do a big finale for this year with the ARG, where a bunch of stuff happens. But we just straight up didn't have the time. We didn't have the time. Like, it is currently 2 in the afternoon right now. It's pretty fucking late. This video's going up really late, by the way. But that's fine because we already did the challenge, technically. So we're good. We're good now. But yeah, it would take way too long to do this ARG thing. And we wouldn't be able to do what I would want. And it would just be a little too forced for me. Because, like, all this stuff has already been, like, super rushed and pushed out really quickly. But this one that I'm thinking about, I don't want to rush this because this is like a big milestone for the ARG. This is where shit's actually gonna start. Like, this is the starting point of the ARG, basically. And all the other stuff before this was like just straight up setup, stuff that you'll understand later, stuff that makes sense now a little bit, but will make a lot more sense later, that kind of thing. So that's a whole situation that we're dealing with. But basically, all that to say, the ARG is about to get crazy in 2024. We're going to do so much more with the ARG. It's going to look cooler. It's going to feel cooler. It's going to sound cooler. you guys don't know what we got in store. We are cooking. We are cooking. And speaking of cooking, I want to talk about the FNAF theory and like the video games coming up on the channel. Basically, after this week off, after we take a break for a week, we're going to be jumping back into FNAF until we beat that game entirely, looking for secrets. But we're also going to be playing Little Nightmares too, because I feel bad about just abandoning that straight up. Like, we did 2 videos of it, and then we just stopped. And we might go back and play through the beginning all in one video real quick, just to like get back to where we were, to let everyone who's just now joining see all that stuff. But regardless of all that, we are going to be doing a FNAF theory. I don't know if we're going to be doing a FNAF theory after that. We might. Listen, it depends on how we feel after this FNAF theory, alright? I don't want to put myself in a box. I don't want to put myself in any sort of box, content-wise. Because I want this to be a variety channel. I want this to continue to be a variety channel. Which is kind of why we stopped playing Friday Night Funkin'. I like Friday Night Funkin'. I do. I enjoy playing Friday Night Funkin'. But every time we upload a Friday Night Funkin' video, it does like 15 times better than any other video. And I hate that. And I think it's just a situation where nobody's really playing Friday Night Funkin' anymore. So when someone uploads Friday Night Funkin', I got the hiccups. It's like kind of like it's a rare gem, you know. Everyone's gonna check it out because they can see the new Friday Night Funkin' mod, and like with the new personality that no one's really, because no one really is playing Friday Night Funkin' anymore. It's kind of a dead medium when it comes to gaming, but I still love the game. I still play that game in my free time. Like, I am out here replaying mods actively. But the problem is, if I were to just keep playing Friday Night Funkin', anytime I stop playing Friday Night Funkin', it's gonna be a problem. Or like when people come to my channel for the first time, they're gonna think I'm a Friday Night Funkin' YouTuber, which has happened more times than you guys can imagine. All right, listen, I know I'm a tiny YouTube channel with like not a lot of subscribers, but I've gotten like at least 5 comments where they're like, "Oh, what is this Friday Night Funkin' YouTuber doing playing any other game?" And it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe being a person. What the fuck? But yeah. Either way, all that to say, I do still want to play Friday Night Funkin', and we are still going to, but if we play Friday Night Funkin' again, it's going to be the entire mod in one video, uploaded, and it's going to be like once every month, maybe 2 months. Listen, I don't want to overplay that game. I don't want it to be the only thing on the channel. I don't want it to be the thing on the channel that I'm known for, because I've got so many ideas. I've got so many like plans for videos and stuff, and I really want those to succeed. But when it comes to something like Friday Night Funkin', they kind of cannot compete, you know? So when I upload like the Monster House review that we did for our Halloween special, and sure, we had to re-upload that a couple times because YouTube was a little mean about it, so they probably suggested it to less people, but we uploaded that and it got like 50 views. Then we uploaded a Friday Night Funkin' video and it got like 578, and it's like, okay, so like the really cool thing that I spent like a week on is nothing compared to probably the easiest form of content, because to be completely transparent, the Friday Night Funkin' videos are so easy to make. They're so easy. They're so easy because you don't have to edit anything. Like, during the actual gameplay footage, there is no editing required, because if you edit out parts, then it ruins the song. It ruins the experience if you're like cutting out pieces of it. So you just kind of have to leave the whole thing to let it play. And that leads to its whole to its own thing of just like, oh, let it play for like 2 minutes, make a cut, and then you're good. Like, that's Friday Night Funkin' videos. It's so easy to make. And some people go the extra mile. They do like crazy edits on their Friday Night Funkin' videos. And I think that's just because at this point, you kind of have to do that to keep people's attention with Friday Night Funkin'. Because most of the time, at least in my personal experience, people will click on the Friday Night Funkin' video, like kind of like skim through it a little bit, then download the mod through the link and never watch the video. So it's one of those situations where the people that are clicking on these videos that are getting like 1,000 views compared to like my normal 27, they're not even watching the video. They're not even they're not even watching it. They're just clicking on the download link and then leaving, which is still a W for me. You know, I still get a view out of that, but I want people to be entertained. I don't want a view. I want your point of view. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to actually watch like the full video and enjoy yourselves. That's what I'm here to do. is to entertain, not to gain views as quickly as possible. So with that being said, that's why we've stopped playing Friday Night Funkin'. And like I said, we're not done entirely. We are gonna play that game again eventually. But listen, we're taking a break, all right? I don't want that to be the most popular thing on the channel, and it will be. There's nothing we can do about that. No matter what, at this point, the Friday Night Funkin' videos are going to overtake anything I do. But that's all right. That's okay. So yeah, plans for the new year. We are not going to do a New Year's resolution. Actually, I am going to do a New Year's resolution, but it has nothing to do with YouTube this time. My New Year's resolution is to work out every single day in some way, shape, or form, whether that be doing 5 push-ups or doing an entire workout regimen that I have planned and already written down. That's my New Year's resolution. I want to get fit this year. This is the fit year where I'm going to be all beefy and I'm going to walk around like a tank from Left 4 Dead on my fucking fists. But yeah, that is such a dumb But yeah, that's my New Year's resolution. Nothing to do with YouTube at this point. We might do a little bit of content around it. Who knows? Maybe. It depends. It depends on what we feel later on. Cause you know, working out sentences is hard. Workout videos are they're kind of a weird situation because that is probably one of the most embarrassing videos to post. But it's not embarrassing for other people, you know? Like, if you watch someone do a workout video, you're not like, wow, that's embarrassing. But, well, I mean, if you are, you're a dick, but... But, like, when you're editing or recording a workout video, that's what you think people are gonna respond like. You think they're gonna be like, wow, he only did 25 push-ups? What a fucking bitch. When it's like, in reality, most people are gonna be like, he did 25 push-ups? I gotta get there. Like, that's the most of the time that's gonna be the reaction. Especially if you're doing above average on the workout stuff. And by above average, I mean more than 3 push-ups, because let's be real, people don't be working out. Like, any sort of workout at this point would be enough to, you know, like, people aren't gonna make fun of anyone for doing their workout videos, but it's one of those things where no matter what, you're gonna be self-conscious about it. I mean, obviously it's one of those situations where I feel like if I were to do a workout video every single day for like 30 days, I would probably be perfectly fine doing workout videos and being like, oh yeah, look at me with no shirt on, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Eventually, we might do something like that, but that's my New Year's resolution for this year. Content-wise, we're gonna be stepping up the bar crazy. We're gonna be doing like so many edits in these videos. We're gonna be doing a lot more condensed content into videos, like with the FNAF content, I'm gonna kind of keep that the same because the way that we do that, I think the format is like perfect, honestly. It's so fun to watch those FNAF videos because the way that it works so far, the way that we've been editing it, is like if we go through a minigame for the first time, our first attempt is always completely unedited. And then after that, we start cutting up the actual other attempts into funny moments or new things that we've never seen before, or just moments where I'm like doing amazing because honestly, for some reason, we're kind of nutty at that game. But yeah, it's a really cool editing format and I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And in like the main area, we do a whole like editing style for the theory crafting type of stuff that you guys probably didn't even notice, but listen. Basically behind the scenes, what I'm saying is we're doing work. We're doing crazy work, and I'm really proud of how the FNAF series is coming. We started off with kind of a bad mic, but as we've been going through, we fixed it, I think. Wait, did we start with a bad mic? I don't even remember anymore. We fixed our mic this month, is what I'm saying. So I don't know if we started with a bad mic or not, but either way, we ended with a great mic. We ended with a good mic. At this point, the mic sounds wonderful. Mwah, even, if you will. Because we found the soft clipper, we found a bunch of other stuff to put on the thing in editing, and you probably don't know what that means, but listen, it's okay. It's just editing stuff. But yeah, basically, all that to say, the videos coming up next are going to be crazy with the editing. We're gonna go nuts with them. But for the FNAF videos, they're gonna kind of stay the same. We're gonna do a lot more zoom-in edits and stuff with like me zooming into my face or me zooming into the animatronics and stuff like that. But when it comes to the actual format of like, oh, the gameplay, then the super cut-up gameplay mixed with the theory crafting in between, that kind of thing is gonna stay relatively similar. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap this up by saying I'm really excited for what the new year brings. Hopefully you guys are too. Stick around, cause in a week we are going to go crazy with it. Maybe a little bit more than a week. Listen, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And I know I'm just saying the same thing over and over. That's the only excuse I've ever said for not being like wanting to take more of a break. And that's just the truth. I don't know how tired I'm gonna be after I sleep for like 3 days straight, but I'm gonna sleep for like 3 days straight. All right, listen. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna end this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. One more for the road. Cheers if you gotta drink it. You know what I'm saying? Just so stupid. But yeah, cheers. Man, it is hard to drink out of a giant bottle. How do people at parties do this? What the fuck? Get a cup. That is okay. But yeah, that's the end of this one. Like and subscribe and all that shit if you want to support the channel. You already know what it does. I'm excited to do more content. If you guys are just now joining us, check out the backlog. Check out the FNAF playlist specifically. That one, it goes crazy. We got Parappa the Rapper. We got Hypnagogia, which is like an insanely cool indie game. Listen, we got a lot of cool shit on the channel. Go check it out while I'm gone, because I'm only going to be gone for a week. But man, you know, that is a week. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video for real now. If you want to see more stuff I made, it should be appearing on screen now. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye, peace out.